Okay. What happened on this video is I recorded it, but I forgot to turn the mic on. So basically, what's happening is I am a beginner and I'm trying to make a power station using a 48 volt system. So I bought that battery, the GLCE Energy, and 2000-watt inverter, and that one is a Victron MPPT charge controller 100 by 20. And I bought two fuses, and I'm gonna use those as also circuit breakers. And those cables came with the inverter. And also I bought some cables, the ones I have in my hand right there. I bought those. They connect the charge controller to the battery, and then those ones I'm holding, they connect the charge controller to the solar panels. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a beginner. I've never made this thing before. I saw it on YouTube somewhere and decided, well, let me give it a shot. Let me just. So now, let's jump like maybe 5 minutes. I've put those things together, those wires from the inverter, and they're supposed to go to the battery. And I put on that one, I put an 80, is it 80 amp fuse or circuit breaker, and then it comes with those covers which goes to the inverter. Because one thing I don't like about that inverter is like the connections, they are so close together. But the good thing is that they give you those covers once you connect the cables to that. So I did put those on, and I mean, it's fairly simple. It's straightforward. You're just connecting everything positive to positive, negative to negative, and it is simple. And right now, I'm putting the inverter on top of the battery, and it is a mini battery. I've never seen a mini battery at 48 volts. Yeah, I've seen some 12 volts mini batteries, but I've never seen mini batteries 48 volt. And right now, I'm trying to connect the battery to the inverter to the battery. But that's when I realized, no, I need to connect the inverters, uh, no, the charge controller cables, and then I'll connect the charge controller, the inverter to the battery at the same time instead of doing it one by one. So that's what I did. So now I have those cables connected. Those are battery cables from the charge controller to the battery. I have those connected. And now I'm going to connect the cables from, those are the ones which are going to go to the solar panels. I'm using XT60 as an input. And like on the Victron, it has battery positive, battery negative, PV negative, and then PV positive. And that's one. Like right now, yeah, right there, I have those connected, positive to negative, negative to positive. I mean, yeah, like that. And right there, I have a 30 amp fuse. I really wanted to get a 25 amp fuse, but I couldn't find it in that style. And also, I was buying everything on Prime Day, October. I think was it October 8th. I bought those things on Prime Day, and they were really affordable that day. They were like everything all together. I think it was like $600. Uh, so I wanted to make that power station. So now we are going to connect all those things together and put it together. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the positive, that's the charge controller positive, the inverter positive to the battery. I'm connecting all those together. And there you go. And one more thing, actually, I forgot, is to, when you're connecting the battery, it is gonna spark. But on this one, I thought if I had the breakers turned off, it wouldn't spark, but it did. It did spark, and it kind of gave me a little shock, but it's nothing too bad. Just remember that when you're connecting the inverter to the battery, yeah, you will get a spark, like right there. It's gonna just wait for it. Just wait for it, and I'm putting those cable through the Is it an M8 bolt? Yeah, I'm putting those and just wait for it. Pat, you see that? He sparked, and yeah, it kind of scared me a little bit. But no, it's nothing to be scared about. But it's only that I wasn't expecting it because I had the breaker off, so I thought it wasn't gonna spark. So yeah, and I mean it's fairly easy. And now I'm connecting everything together. I do have like a wrench which I'm gonna use. That one I'm using for the inverter. I use, I think it's a 10 millimeter uh 10 millimeter, what is it called, socket. And then for the battery, it's a 13 millimeter. So I use that, and now I have everything connected in. Simple as that. I mean, it's not that hard. It is very simple. So now what I'm trying to do is I will try to see if everything is connected right and if it's working. And I try to use um what is it called? I try to use a space heater. Here's my load. It's like right now, okay. That's how the inverter looks right there. It is actually a decent looking inverter. Right now I'm tuning. Okay, put all those, close the circuit, and then turn it on. I mean, I think I did have like a Bluetooth. Then turn it on. Like the screen is on. I think like right now it's a little bit fast, so you won't be able to see the battery voltage. I think it was like 53.7 or something like that, and it was pretty good. I mean, I'm feeling proud for myself because I built something. Yeah, that's the inverter. I mean, that's the charge controller. And right now I'm trying to zoom in so I can show you the trying to zoom in so I can show you the screen on the inverter. It's going to show you everything, like, the voltage, the battery voltage, the output voltage. Um, if you have something plugged in, it's going to show you how many watts you're pulling. It's also a 60 hertz pure sine inverter. So yeah, I mean, it's a good inverter. It also has two USB USB A output and one USB C output, but I don't know how many watts. So I'm assuming the two USB Cs. I mean, the one USB C might be like a 30 amp, and then the two USB As are like 18 amp each. I mean, 18 watts each. And right there, I don't know. I tried to plug the space heater and it wasn't working. So I was like, what's going on? I tried it and it wasn't working. Maybe it wasn't sitting right because I plugged it to the grid, it was working. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay. I put it back to the inverter on my power station, and then it started working all of a sudden. I don't know what was going on, but yeah. So this is my first time making a power station, and I decided to go with the 48 volt instead of 12 or 24. And the main reason why I went with the 48 volt is you use you can use like small gauge wires, one and two. Using a charge controller like that small charge controller, I can put in like 1200 watts as compared to like maybe 300 watts if you're using a 12 volt. But if you want to get more wattage of solar, you have to get like 40 amp or 40, 50 or 60 amp charge controller, which costs more money, and also which is big, which gonna weigh more. So that's why I decided to go with 48 volt. I mean, it's fairly easy for me. I just like, you know what, instead of starting with a 12 volt, maybe going to 48, I mean 12 volt to 24, I just decided to be like, okay, let me just do it straight to 48 volts. And it was not even hard at all. I mean, it was easy. I mean, I'm a beginner. I have no experience of building anything like that, and I did not have any issue. I put that system together, and then after I was done with it, I connected it to my solar panels. I do have 400-watt solar panels in the backyard. They're not mounted or anything. They just laying next to the fence, and that's what I'm gonna connect them to and see how that thing performs. Spoiler alert, it performed as good as I expected. First, I connected it to two 400-watt solar panels connected in series to make 800 watts, and then I connected to the power station. And the most I've seen so far was 620 watts out of potential 800. And right now, today is October 15th, and here in Texas. I mean, it's still hot in Texas, but the sun angle is like a little bit lower than it will be in summer. So to see 600 out of 800, that's amazing. And I have two more solar panels I could put in, but those I will have to plug in into like make a 2P, I mean 2S 2P connection because of the voltage. The VOC of the charge controller is 100 volts, so I cannot exceed the 100 volts. So my solar panel being 400 watts, they produce, I think, 47 volts open circuit. So like right now I'm showing the app, the Victron Energy app. Like right now I'm not getting any power because I haven't plugged the solar panels to the charge controller. Also, okay, I'm gonna use the multimeter to make sure that I'm not exceeding the 100. I'm not exceeding the 100 volts because I will burn the charge controller. And like right now, please don't go at me too hard. Don't go at me too hard because I'm still waiting for a cable, which is an MC4 to XT60 volts. I mean XT60 to connect the solar panels to the charge controller. I haven't received that yet. I did buy it like on the same day, but unfortunately, he isn't showing up. He was supposed to come today. He was supposed to come today, but still I haven't got it yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I have with. And with the because I remember in May 23rd this year, we had a tornado in my small town, and it knocked out power for like a week or so. We were lucky; we only lost power for 2 days, and also I had a gasoline generator. But I decided, well, solar is better. And like right now, I'm showing how many watts I'm getting from the solar array. You can see it's fluctuating between 580. You know, I mean, this is amazing for being a beginner. Like this is what I'm getting for my first power station. Now, just give me a couple more weeks of playing with this. I'm pretty sure I can build something a little bit bigger. But for this one, this is I'll consider this a success. And those are the solar panels I have. 400 watt solar panels. The last one on the far right, I was hesitant to use it because it is cracked. But I mean, it's working just fine. It's cracked, but when you put the multimeter to it, it is producing. Um, maybe 10, 20 watts less than the other ones, but it's still producing. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect those. But right now, I only have